Ainz has shaken the continent. Armies freeze. Kingdoms tremble. But in the heart of power Nazareth itself a new challenge brews. For all his strength, Ainz begins to feel a growing weight. Running a kingdom is ... paperwork, policies, diplomacy. None of it was part of his guild dreams. Yet, as the Sorcerer King, he can't show doubt. Not now. Not when the fate of his people and his kingdom hangs in the balance. So, he makes a decision. Ainz summons his most trusted subordinates to the throne room, the Guardians of Nazareth, the elite of the undead army. To them, he entrusts his kingdom's fate. Albedo, ever loyal, steps forward. Her eyes gleam with determination. Anything for you, my lord, Ainz Ul Gown. She states, I will gladly accept any duties bestowed upon me. Ainz nods, pleased with her eagerness. Then I have a task for you, Albedo. I want you to take charge of the day-to-day operations of the kingdom. Make sure everything runs smoothly. There shouldn't be much left for me to do once I'm done with the paperwork. Albedo accepts the responsibility without hesitation. As you wish, my lord. But Ainz knows there's more to managing a kingdom than just internal affairs. External challenges loom just as large. That's why he turns to Demiurge next. You, Demiurge Ainz says, fixing the other undead being with his intense gaze. Your role will be to oversee our external affairs. Keep an eye on the intelligence network, maintain control, and if anyone dares to threaten us, crush them before they can even think about rebellion. Demiurge, the master manipulator, smirks, relishing the prospect of wielding power beyond the battlefield. As you wish, Ainz Ul Gown. I shall ensure the kingdom's stability from the shadows. Any threats, any dissent, I will neutralize them with absolute efficiency. Leave it to me. And so Ainz distributes his responsibilities, delegating the tasks that would consume his time to his trusted guardians. He wants them to lead, to grow, to prove that Nazareth under his guidance is capable of thriving. But as the meeting concludes and the guardians disperse to their new tasks, a sense of unease settles over Ainz. He observes them going away, wondering if he'd made the right choice. For all their loyalty, their strength, he knew each guardian had their own interpretations of his vague instructions. He could only hope they wouldn't misunderstand his intentions. As the days turn into weeks, Ainz watches as his subordinates adapt to their new roles. Albedo immerses herself in the kingdom's affairs, her vast magical knowledge proving invaluable. Demiurge, meanwhile, weaves his web of influence, gathering information and eliminating potential threats with surgical precision. Yet despite the outward appearance of order and control, Ainz senses a discordant note beneath the surface. He feels it in the subtle glances exchanged between Siba. He hears it in the cryptic reports from Solution Eye, his ever-watchful spy. And he sees it in the veiled warnings from Aura and Maria, his half-elf rangers who roam the wilds around Nazareth. Ainz confronts this disquiet head-on. He calls another meeting, summoning his trusted subordinates once more. Have you encountered anything unusual while carrying out your duties? He asks, his gaze sweeping over their faces. The silence that follows is heavy, laden with unspoken observations and hidden truths. Finally, Sebas, the ever-stoic butler, breaks the quiet. There are murmurs among the people, my lord. They speak of you in hushed tones, wondering about your intentions, your true nature. Ainz nods, acknowledging Sebasa's report. He knew secrecy could only last so long. The question was, what would they learn about him? Cositus, the stoic warrior, adds, the other guardians also seem troubled. Their understanding of your orders varies. Some grow impatient, questioning the pace of our expansion. Ainz's eyes narrow. He hadn't been aware of such division among his subordinates. How could he fix it? Demiurge speaks up, his voice laced with sardonic amusement. Perhaps they simply miss the thrill of battle, my lord. Shall we give them something to cheer about? A little rebellion, perhaps. His words are met with icy silence. Only Aura, the wind elemental half-elf, dares to speak up. Demiurge, your insolence is noted. This is no time for jokes. We need to know what Lord Ainz wants us to do. Demiurge falls silent, sensing the shift in the room's energy. Ainz, however, appreciates Demiurge's candor, though he recognizes that the underlying issue remains. He addresses his guardians, his voice resonating with authority. My will is absolute, but I value your insights. Thus, I ask you once more, what troubles you? The room is silent, save for the soft crackle of magic and the steady breathing of the undead. Finally, Aura speaks up. We mean you no disrespect, my lord, but your orders are ambiguous. We fear that we might not be fulfilling your true desires. Ainz listens patiently, nodding slightly. He understands their dilemma. Ruling a kingdom is a different game than conquering one. Strategy, diplomacy, governance. These are skills that don't come from brute force. Yet how could he make them understand? Ainz leans back in his throne, a thoughtful expression on his face. Very well, I have an idea. But first, I need you all to swear an oath to me. The guardians exchange glances, curiosity and intrigue evident in their demeanor. Without hesitation, they agree. Ainz then reveals his idea. I want to open Nazarick to the world. I want to create a city where humans and undead can coexist. Under my protection, of course. His words hang in the air, echoing with their weight. The guardians remain silent, digesting this unexpected proposal. Ainz continues. This city will be a showcase, a testament to what we can accomplish when we rule with wisdom and fairness. It will be a beacon of prosperity and peace. As Ainz finishes his speech, the guardians remain silent, each lost in thought. They understand the implications of Ainz's idea, the risks, the challenges, the potential rewards. Finally, Albedo breaks the silence. As you wish, Ainz Uwalgaun. Whatever you decide, we are behind you. Demiurge nods in agreement. It's a bold move, my lord, but I am confident we can pull it off. Just leave it to me to ensure the city's security and prosperity. The other guardians echo their agreement, their voices resounding with conviction and loyalty. Ainz smiles, grateful for their unwavering support. However, he knows that not everyone will share their enthusiasm. The outside world is filled with skepticism and fear towards the undead. Can they really build a city where two seemingly incompatible races coexist? Only time will tell. As word of Nazarick's open city spreads across the land, reactions vary. Some view it with cautious optimism, a chance for peace and trade. Others see it as a trap, a ploy to expand the undead kingdom. Small factions of resistance begin to form, not out of courage, but out of desperation. People driven from their homes by war, poverty, or persecution find themselves drawn to Nazarick's offer of asylum. But as they cross the threshold into the city, they bring with them their fears, their prejudices, and their weapons. The city becomes a powder keg, a tinderbox waiting for a spark. Meanwhile, in the heart of Nazarick, Ainz reflects on his creation. He watches the city's inhabitants going about their daily lives, trying to build a normal existence in an abnormal world. He sees hope in their eyes, a glimmer of a better future. But he also sees danger, the potential for violence, the fragility of peace. As night falls and the city settles down, Ainz stands at the edge of the ramparts, gazing out at the star-studded sky. He is alone, lost in thought, as he considers the challenges that lie ahead. I'm just making things up as I go, he mutters to himself, a wry smile touching his lips. But maybe that's enough. For a moment, he lets the cool night breeze wash over him, carrying away his worries and doubts. Ahead lies uncertainty, but he is not alone. He has his people, his loyal guardians, and his unwavering resolve. Together, they will face whatever comes next. But as the night deepens, a shadow stirs in the darkness. Something ancient, powerful, and malevolent awakens, drawn by the very essence of now. The balance of power is about to shift, and Ainz will soon find himself at the center of a new, more dangerous game. And thus, the story of the undead king who seeks to build more than conquer continues. Will he succeed? Or will the darkness that clings to him prove too strong? Only time will reveal the answer.